At home in Alice Springs, Verna Curtis's mind is constantly on her son.
I think he's getting depressed, the way he's talking. I think he's worrying what's going to happen.
Verna and her husband Frank say it's been 2 months since the 31-year-old was locked up. But like many others in Central Australia, he can't get a lawyer and is having to navigate the NT court system alone.
It is utterly a national disgrace that we're in a situation in 2024 in Australia that we have Aboriginal people who are the most vulnerable, disadvantaged people in the country, some of whom don't speak English, who are going to court without legal representation.
Late last year, one of the nation's largest Indigenous legal aid services, the North Australian Aboriginal Justice Agency, or NAJA, stopped taking on new matters in the outback town. At the time, NAJA had just 3 criminal lawyers left in its regional office out of 17, and those who remained were hanging on by a thread.
It was horrific. It was, just crushing workloads all day, every day, trying their best for their clients in impossible circumstances.
But trouble had long been brewing at NAJA. Last October, its former chief executive Priscilla Atkins brought an unfair dismissal case against the agency, airing allegations of corruption and bullying in the federal court. Meanwhile, the NAJA board claimed it had sacked Ms. Atkins over allegations of forgery, which she has denied, with the court case continuing this year. Since Ms. Atkins' departure, the agency has had 3 different acting CEOs and suffered a mass exodus of lawyers.
No one's given NAJA the opportunity, no one's come forward to assist NAJA, and I find that very just disappointing, really.
Those on the front line say this crisis goes beyond NAJA and has been looming for a long time, the consequence of low pay and even lower morale in the Aboriginal legal aid sector, amid rising crime and prison numbers.
All you then need is a little bit of internal instability, and you get this self-reinforcing cycle which can bring an organisation to its knees.
NAJA is currently contracted to receive more than $80 million over 5 years from the federal government. But due to its current chaos, the Commonwealth has amended NAJA's funding arrangements to allow the NT government to redirect funds from the agency to other organisations. NT Police last year investigated allegations that NAJA's chair and chief financial officer had misused funds. But in a statement, NAJA said police had made no adverse findings, adding it was disappointed to see ongoing attacks being made on the organisation, which are simply not true. Its principal legal officer says nothing will change until the system is properly funded.
Unless the funding of Aboriginal legal services continues to increase to meet that increasing demand, we're going to be in the same situation down the track.
Both the federal and NT attorneys general declined to be interviewed for this story. NAJA says it's aiming to resume youth services by March, followed closely by adult matters, starting with clients who are in custody. For those whose loved ones are caught up in this crisis, change can't come soon enough. Charmaine Allison, ABC News, Alice Springs.